Alright, hey, I'm Finn, and welcome to the Wildcat Way. Today, we're doing the Survival Challenge Bronze, and we're way up here on location at the Cairngorm Mountains in Aviemore. I'm really looking forward to this one. All I've got on me, my recording equipment, the rewards for completing the elements of survival. Clothing is so important, cannot stress that more. You need to be clothed properly for any situation out here, whether that's going out for a hike or staying out for the night. So I am well dressed. We need to get out of here and get down to somewhere where we can resource good firewood, build shelter and get out of the elements. And the temperature tonight is going to drop to 0. So really, being up in the mountains where there's no wood supply, no great shelter, this is not the place you want to be. First mission, get down to Loch Morley and start doing these elements. What do we need to do? Gotta get shelter, such a priority. Gotta get heat, such a priority. Water, it's not going to be much of an issue. Out here, I can't justify killing, and I don't have permissions to go hunting, fishing, etc. So for the survival challenge, we will reward you for your completion of elements. That's the deal. If you complete your elements, you get food rewards.
Alright, I went on a couple of tangents there. As you'll see in the description, for the Survival Challenge Bronze, you get a choice of 3 items to get you through the night.
Well, I have no problems drinking this. And 1 element completed. Reward for finding water? Getting a drink. Well, wasn't that just fantastic? So I just came across some reindeer there. As I said, can't legitimately hunt and kill these things out here. I've not got the permissions for that. But that is a source of food found. And that has earned me my meal for tonight. As we carry on, I'm going to point out some more things that we can use as sources of food. Another source of food. Unfortunately, due to the season, these blaeberries are nowhere to be seen. But in season, these would be a great source of food. I've been coming across a lot of reindeer droppings, or deer droppings at the very least, so there's definitely more animal life around. It's just locating it. Plenty of food around, but you have to source it or to distinguish it at least. If you can distinguish that, this forest bed is absolutely coated in blaeberry bushes. Beautiful scenery. Really getting there now. Rowan, a woodland warrior's best friend. It's damp, but using my body heat and dry out some of this in my pocket. And I've just found the holy grail. Great thing to look for. Rowan that's basically dead standing. This one is a living tree, there's a dead branch that's come off, but it's standing and it hasn't been sitting in moisture. Completely dry and ready to go right now. Yes! I've come across this. Desperados. Doesn't that fit the part? I'm going to wash this out. That is a great way of carrying water and also purifying it. This water source is a perfect water source, but I wouldn't drink straight from it. I would rather purify this water just in case. And here we have the perfect tool. However, now that I'm here, I think it's time to set up camp. There is definitely fish in this water. Opportunity is there if you can locate it. Okay, so we've made it to the loch. I've got myself quite a nice spot here, I think. Coming across a lot of ducks. It's another source of food, which goes towards that reward. So now, we're going to go through the items. With the Survival Challenge Bronze, you have 3 choices of items. There's 9 items at present, but you can only choose 3 out of that selection. I have immediately gone for flint and steel. That flint and steel at this point was the best bet for success. So I've gone for flint and steel, knife and saw. The saw for me today is the best, and the knife is the multi-tool. It's also going to help with my fire lighting process. Heat, I believe, with the temperature is the most vital thing to get right today. I'm not actually as worried about shelter as I'm not expecting heavy rainfall, but shelter will help retain heat. So the next thing I want to concentrate on is getting my shelter sorted so I can get the next reward. Okay, that's the bed done. Okay, so I'm gonna go for a lean-to shelter. It's quick to put up, not too complicated, and it'll create a great windshield for the wind from this direction. I'm getting a lot of wind coming in down the loft, so now I just need to thatch it. As you can see, I might still fill in this area. Put a lot of moss on here and just brought this up. That's gonna keep the wind off and keep me mighty happy in there. Shelter element complete, and with that I've just earned myself some lunch. Alright, it's broken up in my bag a little bit. Here's my reward for getting the shelter done. A nice bit of bannock, proper Scottish food. Just going for a walk, found this river, cleaned the bottle out, filled up with water. Tickety-boo. Platform is prepared. I've tried to make it quite long so that it covers a bit more of my body mass, and then the fire can be at such a size where I don't have to chop as much wood. Alright, well, tinder collection has certainly been successful today. Now the ticket is to get it alight.
It's funny how the little things go a long way. Just before this I had a try and the flame went out before I could get the rowan bark to it. So I put the rowan bark on the second attempt in my mouth, and that way it was just that little bit more easily accessible, quick, and I was able to put it over, ignite the fire before the fire went out. It's funny that little things go a long way.
Finn got his fire, and with that, the last element is complete. The reward, dried fruit and nuts. Just spent a little bit more time just bringing this corner to completion because I had a feeling through the night that that would start to annoy me if wind was coming through. So you can see from the back, a total full body coverage now. The structure is good. Lean-to really helps you just get things done nice and quick. That's going to really rebound that wind straight over me. I'll not feel that wind, especially now that I've completed the corner. I'll not feel that wind, and the fire will really heat me from the front. Well. Well, getting that fire going, that sure helps the heat. I've earned my next reward. In this pouch, there's dried apricot and mixed nuts. Nothing better for the body. Going down. Beautiful. Just collecting some wood. Through all of that walking today, just scaling down the mountain, collecting all the firewood, cutting it, dragging it, built up a lot of sweat content on my t-shirt layer closest to the body. If I was to leave that as it was all night, I think I would struggle with the cold. So I've just swapped my layers. This is a really good idea for just keeping you warm through the night. It's about 7 o'clock and I think it's about dinner time. Rather tasty looking bit of salmon. Just chucked it on the fire. Our fish has taken a wee while to cook, but the water is boiled. You know, if you're in desperate need, this can really be something handy to just make sure that you've got pure water. Salmon is coming along real nicely. I've moved it around so that the other side is facing the fire now and tried to prop it up so that the top gets a bit more cooking. Yes. Also, I've been cooling down my water, so it should be good to go now. Still a wee bit warm. It's like having a cup of tea with no tea in it. Having another go at putting the kettle on.
Genuinely, that took about 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Am I maybe being embellishing it a bit?
It's about 6:10 in the morning. Having the fire just a foot away from me all night. It was so toasty, I was just able to drift off. I'm just in my jacket and my trousers, and I'm telling you, I had a comfortable sleep. I just had such a fantastic night. It is a challenge, but if you're willing to take yourself there, you will succeed. This is the Wildcat Way. I'm Finn. I've had an absolute blast today. Survival challenge, bronze. Y'all take care of yourselves.